This was my student's most missed question on the test. Again, this is a lot of words, it's a lot of reading. Slow down, take the time, understand what it's saying. Greg's car can hold 15 gallons of gas and travel 350 miles on a full tank. Which of the following statements are true? This is a proportional relationships unit. You should be setting up proportions to help you solve problems. So before I even look at my answer choices, that's what I'm going to do. I see here that I'm comparing what two units? Gallons and miles. I'm comparing gallons and miles. Whenever I hear about my car's gas mileage, I always hear that it's miles first, then my gallons. Miles per gallon, not gallons per mile. And so I'm going to set up my proportions this way. Remember, this first bit are the units that we're comparing. Then we want to take a look at the information that we know from the problem. In this problem, we know that there's 15 gallons. Would that go on top or bottom? My gallons number is on the bottom, so 15 should go there. 315 miles should go on top because that's where my miles numbers are. And then I'm going to use the rest of this proportion to figure out the missing pieces of information that they want me to search through and see what works. So I'm going to get out my handy dandy calculator to help me out. And let's go through these problems. A says that the ratio for miles traveled to a tank of gas is 15 to 315. So this is a ratio. This is talking about our last unit. It wants miles first and then to the tank. Miles to the tank. Is it 15 miles and 350 gallons in my tank? No, the order is wrong. A is not correct. Let's take a look at B. B says that Greg's car gets 21 miles per gallon. So let's take a look and see. Ooh, come back, calculator. $21 miles per gallon. So if I use my proportion that I already set up, I can put in my 21 miles per gallon. Per gallon. They're being lazy. They're not writing that one in there. That's a unit rate. 21 miles per 1 gallon. And how can I check to see if this is correct? I do my cross multiplication, my butterfly multiply. 315 times 1 is 315. And then my other direction, 15 times 21. I still get 315. So that is correct. Greg's car gets 21 miles per gallon. That is correct. It says, which of the following are true? Which means that there's more than one answer. Which means more than one. C says the number of miles is the result to the unit rate times the number of gallons. So let's think about that for a second. So I know that if I take my gallons number and my miles and I put them on a table, I can see if I can see that relationship. So I know that 1 gallon is 21 miles, and I know that 15 gallons is 315 miles. So it says the number of miles is the result of the unit rate times the number of gallons. We found our unit rate was 21 miles for 1 gallon. So let's see if that works. If I take my 1 gallon times 21, my unit rate, does that give me 21? It sure does. And if I take my 15 miles times my unit rate of 21, we already know that 15 times 21 is 315. So this one is also true. I take my unit rate times my number of gallons, and that'll give me how many miles I've driven. So C is also correct. The last one, the ratio for miles per gallon. It said the word miles first. So that means miles would be 21, 1 would be gallon, and that's exactly what we found up in B with that proportion. The ratio from miles to gallon is 21 to 1. So that one is also true. You should have chosen B, C, and D.